AI sales bots are right around the corner. Someone share this video with me. It is bananas. This is an AI bot from Tesla speaking to a real customer. Let's check this out. If you don't think this is going to change the world, if you don't think this is going to change your business, then I hate to say it, you're a freaking dinosaur. Go like find a stegosaurus or something, because this is bananas. Let's check this out.
Hey, James.
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, James. It's Alexander from Tesla Motors. How's your day going so far?
So, by the way, if you're like me, you're probably like, which one's the AI or not? James is the human. The salesperson is calling James, and it knows James' names. By the way, AI knows everything about all of us, based on the models it's trained off, based on the data it's trained off. So if you see like a company like Meta AI, Meta's leveraging all of their data from Meta, Google Gemini, leveraging all the data from Google, it's gonna know exactly how to speak to you. Like, that's where the power is. The power is in the data.
It's going pretty good, my man. How about yourself? You said from Tesla, right? It's the car company?
Yeah, that's right. I'm calling from Tesla Motors, the car company. Did you have any trouble or questions while customizing your car on our website?
No.
So this is pretty cool. Basically what Tesla is doing is it's using cookie tracking. Whenever someone goes to the website, maybe they are on the website, they accept cookies. Now, hey, I got your info, baby. Now my AI bot is going to call you to book a call with me. It's like prospecting on steroids. Forget it. If you're an e-commerce store and you have someone abandon the cart, you could use this. If you have someone on your website clicking around, that's exactly what's happening here. Let's keep going.
We're just kind of shopping around and, just taking a look.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Sometimes we're just exploring our options before making a decision, and I totally respect that.
A little generic.
Can I ask you why you were looking at...
By the way, a little generic, but this is something that just I find so endlessly hilarious, is when I'll share something and I say, hey, look at what AI can do. And people be like, oh, it's so obvious. I could tell by the way that her hair was moving or something that it wasn't actually real. It's like, bro, if you weren't actually actively looking for AI, you would not see it. You wouldn't know. It's the same thing here. You might say, oh, well, I know people are going to get in the comments and say this too, by the way. I see you. I know what you're going to do. You're like, oh, it's so obvious that it's AI. Bro, if you were driving, you got a call and you answered it, there's no way in hell you would know this is an AI bot. There's no way. There's no way. So let's see what the bot does next.
Into a Tesla in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, I've had my car for way too long now, and so I'm kind of taking a look at options. I have a lot of friends who just absolutely rave about Tesla, and me myself, I'm actually a big fan of Elon Musk. So I figured I might as well take a look and kind of explore my options there and see what you guys had available.
By the way, the Cybertruck is sick. The Cybertruck is sick.
That's a smart approach, James. It's always good to explore your options and see what's available. Out of curiosity, what do you currently drive?
Yeah.
Also worth noting, if you are using an AI bot, it should always be British. It should always have a British accent. Sometimes they hit higher. They just hit harder.
I drive it's an old Ford Fusion, my man.
My man. Or my bot.
Nice, a Ford Fusion. Why are you looking to switch things up and consider a Tesla?
Yeah, I mean, I've had that car since I got my first job years back. And it was just time for a change. So it's like, it's not super reliable anymore, and it's time for an upgrade. I'm moving into the city now, and I just think it's time, while I get the new apartment, might as well get the new car at the same time,
I totally get that, James. Moving to a new apartment is a great opportunity to make some fresh changes, including getting a new car.
I would say, so the salesperson is pretty good. I like it when you speak more to the problem, but the AI bot is doing a good job asking questions. But you know what also is cool? The more calls that these bots get onto, the better they're going to be able to sell. So they're going to be like self-training over time. This is just mind-blowing. Let's keep going.
Are you looking at purchasing any other cars at the moment, or are your eyes just set on Tesla?
I'm still looking around, but mainly Tesla. I have a lot of friends who, obviously have them, and I'm a little bit jealous. I have to say, when I, test drive them, and they're super fast. Obviously, they look really, really amazing. So mainly looking at Teslas and just kind of trying to figure out which is the right one, and, before making a decision on which one to go with.
Well, let's change that as soon as possible then. It looks like you're in Omaha, Nebraska. Is that right?
I told you the AI bots know everything about you. You know what else is kind of cool? That you might know, like, where you went to college. Are you married? Do you have kids? Like, and you know, the AI is probably not going to want to like come right out and say it, but he can have leading questions, you know, and yeah, just super powerful.
Yeah, correct.
Great. What if I do this for you? What if I schedule a time for you to come into a dealership near you to give a Tesla an official test spin, and you can see if this is the car that makes sense for you?
And by the way, what you're seeing here is the prospecting process. And I think this, at least level one, is where we're going to be. You're going to have an actual human that's doing the closing and the selling, especially for big items like this. For smaller items, it might not be necessary. But you want to make sure that you're getting qualified leads on the phone. You want to make sure you're getting qualified leads into the business. Like, I run a 6-figure podcast agency. I do tons of marketing and podcast and automations and media production. I want to make sure when I get on a phone with someone that it's the right fit. And so that's why I'm looking at options like this. You know, onboarding and training human beings to do this work is tough. It's a lot of work and you have to pay. It's expensive. Whereas if I had an AI bot that was doing all of the prospecting for me, it'd be a lot faster. And by the way, it doesn't have to just be voice. It could be a chat bot or email, stuff like that. These are all things that I'm exploring as I scale up my agency. But again, I just wanted to show this and kind of explore this because this voice is very, very powerful. Let's keep listening. Let's see if we close the deal. Is Mr. British AI going to close the deal and book the appointment? Let's see.
Is that something you would be down for?
Be down for. I like that. He's actually using some slang too. That's funny.
Absolutely. That would be amazing.
Awesome. Well, it looks like we have a 7 p.m. or an 11 a.m. available in Omaha time. Which time works best for you?
Let's do the 7 o'clock.
Great. I'll lock in that time for you.
What would this do for your business? What would this do for your business if there was a bot that was calling people all the time to try to see if they were a good fit for your offer? What would that do for your business?
You're all set for a test drive at 7 p.m. Anything else I can help you with, James?
Nope, that's it. I really appreciate you giving me the call.
Well, it was my pleasure speaking with you, James. I can't wait for you to give a Tesla a spin. There's nothing like it, in my opinion. If you have any more questions or need assistance in the future, feel free to reach out.
Listen, if you don't think this is going to change the world, if you don't think this is going to change your job, I don't know what to tell you. This is bananas. It's only getting better. This recording is actually a year old. How far do you think it's come since then? And you know, it's crazy to me when people say stuff to me like, AI is not going to take your job. People using AI is going to take your job. It drives me freaking crazy. This is going to take your job. And honestly, I don't care if it's one person that's using AI to just scale up their productivity to take my job. I still lost my job. And you know, for me, the moral of the story is you got to be exploring and learning and playing with these different programs now because it's going to impact you in a lot of ways. And I'll tell you what, when I'm interviewing someone, by the way, hiring over here, hit me up, mark@marksavantmedia.com if you're interested in a podcasting marketing job. But one of the first questions I ask someone is, how are you using AI in your workflow? And I'm telling you, a lot of people say stuff like, I don't like AI. I don't believe in it. Well, I'm like, all right, cool. This isn't the job for you because over here, we're using AI to be more efficient. Over here, we're testing new technology so that we can better serve our customers. And if you're not on board, you are being phased out. You are being phased out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for subscribing. If you're into this, if you really want to scale up and be better at what you do, this is the channel. All right, I'll see you. Peace.